Hey guys, it's Thomas, and I'm doing another weather radio collection update. My last one was about a month and a half ago, but my collection's always changing and moving around. I've gotten a new radio, so I figured I'd show you guys my collection once again. So here it is. So here's my Realistic 12152A. It's a pretty good little weather radio. The casing on the top's a little slightly deformed from age, but it's not a big deal. The button's in pretty good shape. I've upgraded the antenna. The original antenna was not in the best condition, so I put a newer style Radio Shack antenna on it, and it has actually better signal and it sounds better. So anyway, here it is.
For the following counties: Champaign, Clark, Delaware, Fairfield, Fayette, Franklin, Greene, Licking, Madison, Pickaway, and Union. Southwest winds 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts approaching 60 miles an hour.
So yeah, that's the 12152A. Now for the other Realistic. Here's my Realistic 12140. It's a pretty nice old retro weather radio. I really like it. Definitely not for like daily use or anything, but it's a nice weather radio to have. It's very simple. It's got weather, it's got alert, and it's got test. It's got the variable volume, which acts as an off switch if you have it plugged in. Antenna's in good shape. Then on the bottom, it's got the frequency switch as well as alert lock on or off, and it also has the choice between rod, which would be the antenna, or line. So I'll have you guys listen to the alert test, which is kind of obnoxious, but you'll get the idea. Alright, now for the weather.
Night and Monday, mostly sunny. Cooler with highs in the mid-30s. And now the extended forecast. Sunday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then clearing.
So that is the Realistic 12140. Up next will be the Radio Shack 12262. Alright, here is my Radio Shack 12262. It's a pretty good radio. The one thing I noticed though is no matter, even if you have all the alert types on, it just for some reason just doesn't want to go off for everything. It's very tricky to go into the options and stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't exactly recommend it. I mean, it's a good radio, but it's just a little too tricky, in my opinion, and it doesn't go off for everything. So, but yeah, so here it is. We've got an adjustable display, which I like about it. It's got the buttons, it's got the clock, it's got a green indicating that it's on, and then you just press up or down to change the volume of the alert tone. Alright, here's the weather.
County. Strong winds may blow down limbs, trees, and power lines. Scattered power outages are likely.
Alright, here's the Reecom R1630. It's another good radio. Well, they're all good radios, just, they all have different characteristics. But yeah, this one's a pretty good radio. The speaker's really nice on it. The only thing I don't like about it is the antenna is extremely flimsy. So you gotta be careful with its antenna. But, yeah, it's nice and loud when you want it to be. And I like the alert test on it because you can do all the different alerts instead of just the warning one. So I have it already set up, so here's what they sound like. So yeah, those were the alert tests, and now I'll have you listen to the broadcast.
Winds may blow down limbs, trees, and power lines. Scattered power outages are likely. Now looking at the weather patterns affecting the southern Great Lakes and Ohio Valley region.
Alright, that was the Reecom, and we'll move on to the next radio. Alright, here is the Midland WR100. So this one's a nice old radio. It's from, I want to say, maybe 1997. It's my oldest Midland. Pretty nice radio, just very simple. It's a bit harder to set up, though. There's no alert test or anything. But yeah, it's also got a statement watch warning, just like the version 2. Of course, this thing looks a lot like an alarm clock, to tell you the truth. It's got the variable volume. It's got like a keypad right in here. So yeah, we'll just have a listen to the weather.
Mainly in the morning. Windy with highs in the upper 40s. Temperatures falling into the upper 30s in the afternoon.
Alright, that was the Midland WR400, and now I'm on to the version 2. Alright, here is the version 2 Midland WR100. This is a nice, simple radio. It's very crude. It's an older one. It's from 2003. It has the taller antenna. I know the earlier ones from like 2002 had the smaller antenna, but yeah, this is a good radio despite being very crude and simple. So yeah, it's got the warning watch statement with the traffic light set up there. It's got the smaller NOAA logo. It's got a thicker Midland logo, and this was before they were public alert certified. And the backlight, you can't really make it stay on like the newer ones. And in bold lettering, it says same digital weather hazard alert monitor. So yeah, there's no alert test on it, so I'll just have you listen to the weather.
20s. Chance of precipitation 40%. And Thursday, partly cloudy. Highs in the upper 30s. The National Weather Service 8 to 14 day outlook for Central Ohio.
Alright, now for the version 3. Alright, here is the version 3 Midland WR100. It's very similar to the version 2, but there were some upgrades added to it. So, first of all, you can see that it has the warning watch advisory with red, orange, and yellow instead of traffic light. The Midland logo's unchanged and the NOAA logo's unchanged. But now, this was the first one to be public alert certified. This one you can keep the backlight on, and it still says same digital weather hazard alert monitor. This one also introduced alert test, so here it is. And now we'll do the weather.
When Columbus International Airport, under cloudy skies, the temperature was 41 degrees, and the relative humidity 57%. The wind northeast at 5 miles an hour. The barometric pressure was 30.36 inches and falling.
That is the version 3 WR100. Up next will be the version 5. Alright, so here is the version 5 Midland WR100. This was the final version of the 100. As you can see, they made the LCD brighter. Still warning watch advisory. Now you can see the Midland logo is a bit thinner and wider, and the NOAA logo has more to it. Public alert certified still. And the bottom letters have been also thinned out a bit, and now it says same digital weather all hazards alert radio. These are no different than version 3s and 4s, except for the fact that they have the unfortunate tendency of having the tuner go out on them, like this version 5 that serves as my alarm clock. Yeah, so version 5s do that, unfortunately. So here's the alert test. And now for the weather.
Looking at the weather patterns affecting the southern Great Lakes and Ohio Valley region.
Alright, that is the version 5 Midland WR100. Now for the Midland WR120. Alright, here's my Midland WR120. This is the regular 120. It's a good radio. I recommend any 120, whether it's the regular one or the EZ. This one, unlike the EZ, is kind of like a 100 where you have to punch in the actual same code. But other than that, there's really no difference. Speaker, you know, it's pretty average speaker. It's not the best speaker in the world, but you can hear it just fine. I'll show you the alert test on it. And the weather.
It's 33 degrees. Off Cleveland, 33 degrees, and off Erie, 33 degrees. And now the extended forecast.
Alright, now for the 120 EZ. Here is the Midland WR120 EZ. This was my very first ever weather radio, and never going to get rid of it. But yeah, this is no different than the regular 120. It's just now, instead of same codes, they're already built into the radio under county names, which I really like. It's a bit easier. And, you know, it's the same thing, you know, public alert, certified, NOAA, all hazards, same digital weather, all hazard alert radio, Midland. I like the lights on it. It's got the wider LCD, just like the 120 as well. So, alert test. And the weather.
The conditions for selected locations across Ohio. At Bulletin Field, sunny and 41.
So yeah, that is the Midland WR120 EZ. And up next will be the Midland WR400. Alright, here's the Midland WR400. It's by far my favorite weather radio that I currently own. It's also my newest, quite literally. I really like this radio. It's a really nice radio. It's also my first and my only AM/FM weather radio at the moment, but it's a really good radio. The speaker, I think, has the best sounding speaker of all the ones I have currently. I really like the display on it. I like everything about it pretty much, and I'm happy that they brought back the standard jack for it, because they used to have a micro USB, and they also the antennas used to be flimsy, where this has a 120 antenna, which is a little stronger, which I'm pretty happy about. So I'll do the alert test and then have you guys listen to the weather portion of the radio.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Central Ohio, including Columbus and vicinity. Tonight, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 30s. East winds 5 to 10 miles an hour.
So yeah, if you're willing to pay more money for a weather radio, I highly recommend this radio. It's a good radio, and especially that they improved the antenna and brought back the standard jack. So, that was all my weather radios. Thanks for watching.